You want a white nation? Build a white town.
This is Eric Orwell. I visited him in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas, where he's building a settlement for white people only.
So far, land has been cleared, a well has been drilled.
Historically, however, there were places called sundown towns. These were communities that used laws, intimidation, violence, or unofficial practices to keep black people and other racial minorities from living in or even remaining in town after dark. Thousands of communities across the USA are believed to have had such histories, particularly from the late 19th century through the mid 20th century. White-only towns were communities in the United States that deliberately excluded Black Americans and other racial minorities from living there. Many of these places became known as sundown towns because Black people were warned, sometimes through signs, threats, or violence, to leave before nightfall. Welcome to my channel. Please do well to subscribe, like our videos, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates from us. Let's dive right into the clips so you see for yourself what has been happening.
So they're building a whites-only town, okay? Eric Orwell is the founder of a movement called Return to the Land. The problem is it's not just a movement, it's a real community in Ozark, Arkansas. And you ask yourself, how is this even legal? Well, they are a private members association that requires people to pay to live there. You also have to take a DNA test to prove that you are 100% European. But based on the fact that they are private, they claim that it allows them to discriminate based off of ethnicity, race, and gender. They want no blacks, but I'm sure it's no people of color. They want no Jews. They want no gays. But most importantly, they don't want you if you're not white or Christian. They built this town because they claim that they want control over their neighbors. They want to preserve the white American culture. Over 40 members already live there and 100 have signed up to move in. Reports have came out that federal agents and law enforcement already live there. Isn't that great? The horrible part is they want to expand, right? They are trying to normalize white nationalism. They have already tried to build this community in Missouri and have been putting up white-only signs. All the alarms should be ringing right now in your head. Movements like Return to the Land, which aim to bring back segregation. They aim to get rid of diversity. They aim to get rid of everything that is truly American, which is immigrants, which is diversity, which is the freedom to love and be who you are. Now, the most dangerous part of this is when we start to normalize things. This is not normal. Imagine going to a store and seeing a whites only sign. What are you going to do? How are you going to feel? Okay? This is not fake, you guys. This is real, and it is already happening. And we need to sound the alarms. We need to make sure that these communities are not built because it will become normalized. And it starts with just one community. And then they will be everywhere. And then what? Now we go back to our history where now we will have segregated schools, segregated stores, segregated everything. Come on, you guys. We got to talk about things like this. This is dangerous. We cannot normalize this. What this administration is doing is not normal. It is not right. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not white. And I am scared. Just the fact that I'm even making this video to talk about this just gives me the chills and brings fear for the future generations, for our kids. The fight is now, and silence is not an option. We need to pay attention right now before this becomes normal. because people like Rosa Parks, like the Black Panthers, like the Brown Berets, did not fight and go through everything they went through for us to be silent. If you are silent about what is going on, it is truly a slap in the face to everybody who came before us to fight for our freedom. So keep making noise. Please spread the news. This is truly, truly frightening.
No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills, in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only.
Alright, let's break this down because I've got time for this. So I'm gonna venture a guess that this town in the state of Arkansas, deep in the Ozark Hills, is going to have absolutely no seasonings of any type on their food over there. Except if they maybe heavily invest in mayo. Actually, I take that back. I think their hatred and dislike of other people that they perspire out will probably be the only thing that they use to salt their food with. And I do want to talk about the part where they say they want no gays in the town. I'm going to call BS on that, because I would actually bet that if anyone were to be able to get pretty close to the city and turn on the Grindr app, they'd probably see a lot of blank squares with anonymous profiles. Just like how it happened when the Republican National Convention took place in the city of Milwaukee. And since they're building their own town and they're good at construction, they probably know a few things when it comes to laying down the pipes. But in conclusion, I genuinely hope that the authorities are on standby near that town, because to me that town sounds like a wet dream for anybody who is a fan of Gilead. But comment and let me know what you think about this, and my name is Philip, and if you like what I post, please consider giving me a like, share, follow, and repost, as it really does help my page out. Thank you.
What do you mean that all-white town failed? How could a self-proclaimed superior race fail at anything? It's so many of them that don't want to be around other races. How do you fail at building something for you, by you? If every white racist moved to that town and support that town, y'all should be good. Your own government, your own restaurants, your own little honky-tonks. But you failed. Give black people a chance to do something like that. And don't tear it down and watch what happens. Give Hispanic people a chance to build something like that and watch what would happen without tearing it down. Complain, complain, complain. Jeez.
Child, so the racist white people are putting signs up saying that they don't want black people. That no black people are allowed. It's for only white people. And some black people and other races are getting upset. But honey, let me tell you, I'm happy about it. I love it. I love it for them. Because me, for one, I want to know where I'm not wanted or appreciated. I don't want to step foot in an establishment that don't want me and don't want my business. Because contrary to what you may believe and what you've been told, black folks spend more than $1.8 trillion a year. Unfortunately, but fortunately, black people are consumers. Our dollars only stay in our community for about 6 hours because we're continuously purchasing. We're continuously buying stuff. Now, again, that's not the best thing for black folks, but it is a great thing for other nationalities. But y'all still don't respect the fact that we spend that much. Walking around the store, following us behind the store, accusing us of stealing when we're the ones that's really keeping food on your table. That's why you open up all of these places in the black neighborhoods, because you know you can get the black dollar. But look what happens. Look what happened to the Destination Steakhouse, the tenderism. When black folks thought that Unc owned that place, they swarmed to this restaurant. Gave this man so much business and didn't realize it was a white owner. Gave this man so much business, and now he's suffering. Now his business is suffering because black folks done caught on to it and all kind of stuff. And if you don't know the history, it's very intriguing. But that's one example. But look at what happened with Black Wall Street. Look at what happened with Rosewood. Black folks was minding their business, had more millionaires on Black Wall Street than a lot of other parts of the country. And what happened was white people was a little jealous about that. And they wanted some of that money. They wanted them black dollars. And they sent in planes and bombed Black Wall Street. The banks, the grocery stores, the barbershops, everything was just gone. Because they wanted that money. Look at what happened to the Cadillac industry. Black folks and black money single-handedly saved the Cadillac industry. You know, a lot of times, black people couldn't even put their money in the banks. So when the Great Depression came, and all the white people's money was gone. Black folks still had money in their house. That's why a lot of people just don't believe in banks until this day. Black people still had money in their house. And so they was able to go and buy Cadillacs. The whole fascination behind Cadillacs, you should read about it. It's very, very interesting. Black folks did that. So when they try to make you think that, oh, black people just steal, oh, we got to walk behind them and make sure that they're not stealing anything, oh, they can't afford this, they can't afford that, it's a lie. It's a lie from the pits of hell. But again, for me, I would rather know that you don't want me in your establishment. So go ahead and put up your signs. Put up your whites only signs. Put up your no black people, no colors signs. Because I, for one, I love it. And you'll see sooner than later that you cannot survive without the black dollar. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hope you had a day you deserve.
Funniest part about that whites only town in Arkansas, black folks ain't mad, and you're mad, we not mad. So there's a brand new whites only town in Arkansas, and the gag is black people don't even care. Now, I've seen the comments. Why aren't black people upset? Why are you mad about this? We gonna clear this up right now. Nobody's upset, Popo. See, the one thing black people ain't gonna do is lose sleep over other people that want to create a safe space for themselves. Build your own little town, plant a flag, that's fine. Hang a welcome sign, whatever makes you feel good. Honestly, we gotta be real about something, because I saw the interviews, I saw the clips. This ain't a town of exceptional people. I mean, think about it. If you drop everything to move to this town, you probably already didn't have much going on anyway, right? And that's not shade, that's facts. So the question is again, why should black folks care? This is the part that cracks me up the most. Y'all want us to care. I see the confusion in your eyes. I see it. Y'all like, don't the blacks care? Don't they want to be where we are? Nah. We just want to make sure when we build our communities, we're not cheated out of the things that we're supposed to have. That's all we care about, boo. And it's wild because history has shown as soon as black people do build their own thriving spaces, what happened? Some of your people roll up and burn the whole thing down. But we're supposed to believe now y'all just want to be left alone. Child, I'm going to tell you what really gave it away for me, though. The fact that they ran to the media. That's not privacy, y'all. That's desperation. Numbers must be low. If you got to beg the evening news to let them know that you exist, waitlist my ass. See, if black folks were building their town, the media would be the last people that we want to know about it. We gatekeep. We ain't trying to broadcast. But y'all couldn't wait to hold a press conference. That's not security, that's thirst. So no, we're not upset, we're not jealous, we're not even plotting to crash your party. Cause truth be told, we really don't care. And honestly, that's what really bothers y'all.
Did you see the video where this guy said they're putting up whites only signs at establishments in Missouri? But then I saw another video about it and people were pissed and I'm like, why? You have a problem with it because it's in your face and it's not behind closed doors. But that's the very establishment that you're spending your money with. I immediately was like, man, that's great. Like, do that. This is not the 1800s. There is so much available to us out there to where I don't want to spend my money or patron any establishment that don't want me there. I don't want my children walking into an establishment where the cops get called on them because they got to cuss out and go off on somebody who's a racist. When they put that sign up, their business is going to fold. And now your racist ass ways is hurting your pockets, which makes me happy. That's like me going to that club that be turned up with all those theater kids singing musicals, but then I bring my friend who only like trap music. Nobody asked you to come. We told you ahead of time what it was, so why are you here? We are now a society of people that protect our peace. And if you don't want us around you, go hang out with your buddies. We don't care.
So did y'all hear about the people that are moving to Arkansas? They want to build their own town. Stop it. So did you know also that now they are begging the government to help them? They want money for housing. They want money for food. I thought you were so above everyone and you can only be white to live here. Really? Use your whiteness and all that money that you claim you have and build your own town the way you said. No one cared. No one cared that you had that land, that you only wanted white people. You had to put in an application and they can deny your application because you weren't white enough and you weren't superior enough. Oh, really? So why do you need that same government to assist you, boo? That doesn't even make good common sense. And then they claim that they're so great at building and architecture and engineering, but they're not even qualified. If you look up the qualifications in their town, they don't match. So the only qualifications it looks like they have, I'm white.
So the all-white town of Arkansas has failed. Oh, we found a fork in the kitchen. Like, we already knew this was going to happen. They didn't want to move there. They just wanted people to be mad about them moving there. And I was hoping it worked out. I was hoping the whole thing worked out for them so they could all move there. Listen, when they said, hey, let's play some music for you guys, and had to play the banjo. When they said, hey, let's have some food, and it looked like they were eating stale bread, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of Caucasians in America love the idea of separating themselves, but they don't love the actual result of it. They don't realize that the wealth that was built and generated within white America was not through their own fruition, but on the backs and through the blood of other groups of people, Native Americans, Black Americans, and XYZ, everything in between. The agriculture built on the backs of natives, Latinos, and Black people. The infrastructure also built by free labor and or cheap labor. There are grants and money received given by the government, the true handout kings. And they don't actually realize every single place that has been all white in history, they don't really realize the fact that it has been destroyed also by them. Before they found other people to oppress and attack, to be honest, all Europeans used to do was just attack each other and be nasty and vile to each other.
When y'all made that all-white town in Arkansas, how did y'all expect Black people to react? Did y'all want us to like riot? Did you want us to like burn the city down, protest? How did y'all expect us to react? Because the reaction that you're getting is clearly not what you were looking for. Because if that would be the case, you wouldn't be trying to open up a whole nother city just like Arkansas. You know, we've been excluded from places pretty much for generations. So why the fuck would we care about being excluded from a town in West Bumblefuck? You're acting like we can't go to Miami or LA or fucking Atlanta. Bitch, we don't give a fuck about Arkansas. I ain't never even been to Arkansas, and I have no intentions on going there. Like, what the fuck? And like, think about it like this though, like, y'all not even just excluding Black people, y'all excluding Jewish people, you know, people that could possibly look just like you guys, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all trying to exclude y'all own people too at this point. So what y'all thought y'all was going, where y'all thought that was gonna go for y'all? You know what I mean? Or you trying to rage bait us, see if we gonna get out our body? I'm curious to see what kind of reaction y'all were hoping to get from us. You know what I mean? Because we don't really give a fuck.
Isn't these people in Arkansas segregating themselves a good thing? I'm trying to understand the backlash, because everybody's up in arms because some white folks decided to extricate themselves and go live in the woods by themselves and don't let anybody but themselves in. And I don't have a problem with that. Honestly, I feel like ain't that best case scenario? Ain't that a good thing? I'm trying to understand the backlash, because if they were judges and neighbors in the neighborhood, police officers doing racist stuff, you know, that'd be a big problem. But they removed themselves. This is best case scenario to me. I'm pro-Black. I ain't got no problem with Black people moving to Black places and, you know, building up the communities together, spending Black dollars on Black people. So why do I have a problem with white folks going living in the woods? I feel like that's best case scenario here. That's them removing themselves from us. So thank you. You know, ain't that what we want them to do?
So the white-only communities that are actively being built in the United States right now are being built by an organization called Return to the Land. And so far, they already have established a community in Ozark, Arkansas, that is only white-only, and you have to be of European descent to be accepted into this community. Right now, they are excluding organizations like Jewish people, the LGBTQ community, and also individuals of color. Now, I know we all are wondering, how are they able to do this? So I have a friend, shout out to Darren Little, realtor here in Memphis, Tennessee, that shed some light with me on this situation. So they're able to do this because they're actually taking private property and basically accepting who they want to live on that private property. So that's how they're getting around the segregation laws and the Constitution to build these communities. Now, a lot of people are in disagreement about these communities being built. Let me know how you feel, because these communities are actively being built across the United States right now. They already have established the one in Ozark, Arkansas. They're actively building one in Missouri, and they are looking to extend these communities throughout the United States.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I, I'm 32. I'm a lady.
This is Return to the Land, a group of millennials who organised online to build something radical and controversial. A town for white people only, that they insist is completely legal. We spent several days with them, watching as the men set about the physical labour of building out the site. All the while, the women of the group took on the more typically trad, homesteading type roles.
I guess I found the people through Twitter that ended up starting this project, actually spearheading it, and I went out to the first April event last year, and it was really fun.
The sort of white-only aspect of this, how important is that to you guys?
Given the premise that it's something that is kind of off limits for whites but is okay by implication for other groups, I do feel it's necessary to carve that out, and you kind of have to do it yourself.
It's kind of like, if we don't do this, the laws are only getting worse as far as freedom of association goes. So it's kind of like we have to do this, or there might come a time where it's not possible to.
Are you guys aware sort of, people are going to be watching, it's going to be controversial?
I think people just have a large misunderstanding.
Thank you for watching. If any of these clips drew your attention in one way or the other, don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section.